Welcome in, everyone, to Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs on EA Sports. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets playing host to the LA Clippers. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Clippers coming into play. They were the surprise winners in Game 1. And as a visiting club, just getting one of those first two games so important. They've got a chance now to get both.
And what a performance in Game 1. You steal the opener on the road, you take a home court advantage right away. Now you've got the opportunity to take real control and take a 2-0 lead back to your place for Game 3.
Beverly to Paul George. Here comes the screen. George, defended by Tyson Chandler. Robert Covington pins it. George
sent a message on that one, Ed.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Russ at the controls. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Russell Westbrook at the line for two shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Harden. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Paul George to Leonard. Has a chance. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Covington. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Marcus Morris. And he's going to the free throw line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Westbrook across the timeline. Down a point. Nice pass to set things up.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Westbrook. Surveys the floor. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Kawhi Leonard looking good. 4 for 5.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Harden to Covington. 4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time. Beverly into the front court. Leads just a point. George to Marcus Morris. Easy path to the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Covington. Here comes the screen. Montrezl Harrell rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Leonard. Count the bucket for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Harden against Paul George. To Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Shot by Westbrook off the mark.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Short jumper off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Russell Westbrook here against Harkless. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Harden in possession. They trail by 7. Oh, Russell Westbrook. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Beverly to Leonard. Has a look. Not that time.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Harden to Westbrook. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Russell Westbrook. Couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Leonard To George. No good. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West Playoffs on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. To P.J. Tucker. Rivers against Paul George. Rockets with 4 to shoot. To Rivers for 3. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. George lets it fly. Paul George. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Austin Rivers. He's got 2 shots coming. Career mark of 64%. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Leonard to Beverly. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Gordon with it. Down 8. To Covington. To Rivers. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
To Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Paul George to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Leonard. Has a chance, knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Gordon with it, trailing by 10. To Covington. Tucker to Covington. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard here against P.J. Tucker. Robert Covington snatching it out of the air. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Down low for Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Austin Rivers. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Tyson Chandler trying to cash in on the three-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Beverly. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Austin Rivers. To Harden. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
And draws the foul.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots, shooting 66% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Harden has it up the floor. To Westbrook. Sizing up the defense. Westbrook to Harden. Trying to cash in. The shot no good by Harden. George. They'll get it down to Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. Here's a chance from long range. Not a good shot there as he misses it. He'll let one fly from half court. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Clippers are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Rockets are in need of some changes at the half. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Rebounds.
The Los Angeles Clippers are extending a lot of possessions and wearing out the defense with their emphasis on rebounding.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Leonard. Paul George. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Can't connect.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his foul.
Flushes down the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Westbrook with it. The deficit now up to 13. Oh, had him going there for a second. Harden to Westbrook. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
It's Russ at the controls. To Fareed. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Driving right to the basket. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Harden. To Westbrook. Harden. Down low for Aldridge. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 4 out of 7.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Paul George to Leonard. Great dish to set it up. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't go down.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Russell Westbrook, couple of free throws on the way, shooting 75% so far tonight. Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Beverly into the front court. His team leads it by 10. To Leonard. And that's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Tyson Chandler, huge block. Houston with the basketball. Covington, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys trail by 10. James Harden, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
George to Leonard. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Russell Westbrook, defended by Harkless. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. But those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And the Rockets have the rebound. And now Houston has the basketball. Covington to Westbrook. Probing the defense. Let's see what's there. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Beverly to Paul George. To Leonard. George knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's Westbrook. And scores on the step back. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Clippers have the lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
To P.J. Tucker. Harden shoots. Just not going down. Beverly into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Here comes the screen. George against Harden. Curling inside. George to the basket, but it won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Leonard. To Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard down for Harkless. Off the assist.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Has a chance. Tucker with a shot that misses. Paul George to Leonard. Down low George. Stuffs it down with authority.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Harden to Westbrook. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To George. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Westbrook. To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
New blood coming in for both sides. Austin Rivers. Beverly into the front court. His team on top by 13. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly to Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. 24-second violation. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Austin Rivers. Clippers have it. Leonard. Terrific vision. George had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys trail by 13. To P.J. Tucker. And the finish. Slam dunk. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. From long range. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Leonard to George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Clippers have the basketball. Here's Leonard for 2. It's no good. Great defense. Gordon, tough matchup against George. To Harden. Curling inside. Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
George against Gordon. To Marcus Morris. Leonard. That is great vision to set it up. Marcus Morris, strong finish. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Covington, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Beverly. And count the basket inside.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory. They've taken the upper hand in this best-of-7 series, a 2-games-to-none lead. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers put together a nice win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Rockets couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
The Houston Rockets had a lot of trouble working as a team defensively, giving up the kind of assists that happen from poor communication. Kawhi Leonard was the one making the playmaking possible, dealing out some great passes.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.